Dashing is a mechanic that a lot of combat games have, and it certainly makes your combat a lot more dynamic. So today I'll be showing you how to make a good dash system for your Roblox game. This video will be split into two parts. First we will be making the basic dash system, and second, we will be adding an animation to the dash. Start off by adding a local script inside starter player scripts and name it dash system. We start our script by fetching the players and user input services, securing pointers to the player avatar, and waiting for the humanoid and root part components to safely load. Next is the configuration block. Here you can customize your activation hotkey, the velocity launch power, the dash duration, the cooldown timer, and your custom animation asset ID. We set our tracking flags to false for dashing and true for can't dash. Then programmatically build a new linear velocity physics instance and a standard animation object from scratch. We declare a quick helper function named play-animation that loads our configured animation asset straight onto the character's animator track and plays it. Also guys, I spent a really long time making this video, so I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe to the channel. Our main dash function begins by checking our status flags, instantly exiting if the player is currently on cooldown, already dashing, or dead. Once clear, we lock our tracking states, play the dash animation, and read the humanoid's move direction vector to see exactly which way the player is steering. If the player is standing perfectly still, we default the direction to their forward look vector, flatten the vertical y-axis to 0 so they do not fly, and ensure they glide parallel to the ground. Next we verify or create a baseline dash attachment inside the root part to anchor our physical forces. We bind our linear velocity object to that attachment, apply our configured dash power, and parent the physics engine to the root part to instantly launch the player forward. We pause the script thread using task.wait for the exact duration specified in our settings to let the high-speed burst play out. Once the timer complete, we kill the force by setting the velocity to 0, stripping its parent and ill, and setting our dashing flag back to false. We run one final task.wait for our designated cooldown period before flipping our can dash status back to true so the system is ready for the next burst. We conclude by connecting to the character added event to reset our script pointers on respawn, and the input began event to trigger the dash whenever the hotkey is pressed outside of the game chat box. Now, let's test to see if the dash system works. And it seems as though it works. Now let's move on to part 2 of the video, which is adding an animation to make the dash look better. To do that, you need a dash animation. I will just be using one from the toolbox, but you can create your own. Go inside the folder until you find the keyframe object, and export the animation to Roblox. After that, copy the animation ID. Then, go to the dash script, and paste the ID inside the dash animation ID configuration in the table. Now, let's test to see if the animation plays. Wow, the animation plays and is in sync with the dash. I hope this helped you with your game. Bye.